Hey there, how there, ho there, Chef Cutter Admin, welcoming you to yet another uh, PC Replay Baseball video. We are doing the 32-team seasonal league as we always do. It is a off day for OOTP Baseball, like everyone in that league has a day off. So we are going to be doing PC Replay, the 32-team thing that had every franchise get one team in play, and then a few legendary teams that have been in different cities. In the AL East, we have the Murderers Row 1927 Yankees, the $100,000 infield of the 1911 Philadelphia A's. Of course, 100,000 in 1911 was a whole lot different than it is in 2026. The 1954 Indians, who should have won the World Series but completely gaffed it. The 93 Blue Jays, Joe Carter's home run to win the World Series in the United States more. The 04 Red Sox, the Inglorious Bastards, I guess they call themselves the Bastards. The 69 Orioles, who should have won the World Series but didn't thanks to the Mets. The 84 Tigers, who started out 35-5, which is like amazing, and they won the World Series. The 2020 Rays, who were the AL represented in COVID. The AL West, represented by the 2001 Mariners, 116 wins, and what did you get? Nothing. The 1919 Black Sox, the 1974 A's, who were going for the three-peat, the Oakland A's, that is. The 1923, my ass. The 2023 Texas Rangers, Texas's first and only World Series ever. The 1985 Royals, winning, of course, in the year of my birth, pissing me off in the process because that's what they did to the Jays. The 91 Twins, Kirby Puckett and crew, one of the greatest World Series of all time. 1986 Houston, who should have went to the World Series but failed miserably. And the 1986 Angels, because I could not buy the 2001 Angels for the life of maybe 2002 Angels because they don't have anything to do with the 2002 Angels. The 86 Angels, who should have won to the World Series. NL East, represented by the 1912 New York Giants, who I technically should have went with the 1954 Giants with Willie Mays and co, but I didn't. 1994 Expos should have won the World Series or even gone to the playoffs, but that stupid strike. 1980 Phillies finally winning the World Series for the first time in 96 years. It's hard to believe that of the 16 original franchises, the Phillies were the last team to win the World Series and not like the St. Louis Browns / Baltimore Orioles. The 1955 Dodgers, wait till next year. Next year came. The 1979 We Are Family Pirates. The 97 Marlins, who bought the World Series, if you will. The 95 Braves with their great pitching prowess and won the World Series finally. And the 86 Mets, who should be better than that seasonal record has set in stone. The NL West, the 1942 Cardinals, one of the best Cardinal teams of all time, criminally underrated. The 1906 Cubs, you know, winners of my my PC Replay Baseball thing. The 1988 Dodgers, for Hershiser and Crow. The 75 Reds, Big Red Machine. The 2001 Diamondbacks, with Shilly and Johnson doing their job. 82 Brewers, Harvey Swallowbangers. The 89 Giants, San Francisco Giants. Should have been the 1962 Giants, technically. And the 1984 San Diego Padres, Padres there. All right. So you see that Babe Ruth leads in all three Triple Crown things in the American League, beating Brian Harper for batting average by over 20 points, beating Corey Seager in home runs by 3, and crushing the RBI thing by 13 over Boog Powell as of right now. Pitching wise, Eddie Segatti, Chief Bender, from the 1910s, so they did their job. Batting average, Johnny Hopp for the 42 Cardinals, Mike Schmidt with 11 home runs, Kevin McReynolds with 11 for the 84 Padres, nice, and Johnny Bench leads in RBIs. All right, so we're playing 2 games for you today. Our first game on April 27th is a classic. We have the pitching rich Atlanta Falcons. I knew I would be saying these things. The pitching rich Atlanta Braves against the hitting rich 1927 New York Yankees. Glavine versus Hoyt. Atlanta, this is their lineup. Mike Mordecai. I don't trust him. We'll go with Mike Devereaux. Mike Devereaux will DH. I'm going to put Lopez in the 7 hole and Devereaux in number 9. The 27 Yankees, they can make one change. Cedric Durst. No, I'm going to go with Pat Collins. I'm going to go with Pat Collins to play DH today. 27 Yankees, Yankee Stadium a whole lot different than the 1920s. Almost a century ago. Really? Really? Yeah. Here we go.
Replay Radio is live from New York. Top of the first.
We're at 1920s New York Yankee Stadium. White Hoyt, 2-0 with a 3.72 ERA. 28 strikeouts, 9 walks, a 3.72 ERA. The pride of Brooklyn, New York, schoolboy. Wish he'd play for the Brooklyn Dodgers. Well, in real life, he was 22-7 with a save. Marcus Grissom, fresh off leaving Montreal for Atlanta because Montreal had to trim payroll. They traded him to Atlanta for Roberto Kelly, if I remember correctly. Hit a grand slam against the 1912 New York Giants on April 1st. But anyway, he's from Atlanta. He's from the area. In real life, he had 12 home runs, 42 RBIs. Let's see what he does here. He has 4 home runs, 11, and battling the Mendoza line. Coming in today, and Keening makes a great play.
1 out, bases empty.
Here comes Jeff Blouse with a shortstop. He had a grand slam against the 1912 Giants. From Los Gatos, California. 12 home runs, 31 RBIs in real life, 4 home runs, 13 RBIs this league. And goodbye, strike 3, he out.
2 outs, bases empty.
2 outs for Chipper, 281, 17 RBIs, the former number 1 draft pick in the MLB draft, 1990, from DeLand, Florida. 23 home runs, 86 RBIs in real life. And he flies out to Combs, so 1, 2, 3, they go down.
An easy inning to score. 1, 2, 3.
They go down.
Bottom of the first.
Bottom of the first, Tom Glavine, Tom Terrific, 3-1 with a 4.41 ERA, the pride of Concord, Massachusetts, and a 16-7 mark in the 95 season in real life. So 3-1 with a 4.41 ERA, 20 strikeouts, 13 walks. What's even more crazy is that Tom Glavine actually was a decent hockey player, and he was drafted in the NHL draft. I think it was, was he in the NHL draft? I know Kirk McCaskill was, but Tom Glavine was in the NHL draft. He was actually drafted by the Kings. Benny picks before Luke freaking Robitaille was, and look at Luke Robitaille's career. But yeah, Tom Glavine. Earl Coombs, the Kentucky Colonel. Well, he's from Kentucky. I thought he was from Massachusetts. 2 triples, 1 game against 69 errors, April 11th. 1 home run, 15 RBIs in simulation, 6 home runs, 64 RBIs in real life. Pitching away. Ground ball to short. You knew he was going to get out. 6-3 on the putout.
1 out, bases empty.
Here goes Mark Keening, the shortstop, 307 with 15 RBIs in the simulation from San Francisco. 123 games, 3 home runs, 62 RBIs in real life. And a strikeout to boot. 2 down.
2 outs, bases empty.
Here comes the Bambino. Babe Ruth leads the American League in every triple crown thing. Batting average, home runs, and RBIs. The Bambino from Baltimore had a grand slam against the 2020 Rays. Well, he had 60 home runs, 164 RBIs. He had a 356 average in 1927, which wasn't half bad. I don't know if he won the batting title that year, but I don't know. At least won the batting title this time. Hits at the second, and possible error. Chucky Salsa. Lemke, it's got to be a really high number. It ain't.
It's a 1, 2, 3 inning.
Dun, dun, dun. I'm going to make
Top
him
of
out.
the second.
On to the bottom of the second. Top of the second. Here's Fred McGriff, Crime Dog McGriff from Tampa, Florida. He finished his career with the Tampa Bay Rays, painfully short of 500 home runs by 7. 27 home runs, 93 RBIs in real life in 1995. He has 6 home runs, 11 RBIs in this simulation. McGriff was the Toronto Blue Jay icon before he was traded away. Yeah, he was traded away to San Diego. It was that massive win-win trade, one of the greatest win-win trades in baseball history because, him and Tony Fernandez presented San Diego for Robbie Alomar and Joe Carter. I mean, McGriff was great for other teams, including Atlanta and San Diego. Tony Fernandez came back to the Blue Jays for the 93 stretch drive and got 8 RBIs in 93, something that Derek Jeter never freaking did. And, of course, you know about Alomar and Carter's heroics in 93. Anyway, here's the pitch from McGriff. Hit the third, and, 1 out.
1 out, bases empty.
Here's David Justice, 233, 4 home runs, 17 RBIs in the simulation from Cincinnati. Hit a grand slam against the 55 Dodgers on my birthday. 24 home runs, 78 RBIs in real life, and he was mercifully booed by Braves fans in the 95 playoffs in real life, but he hit the home run that sent the Braves into rapture against Cleveland. Headed the second, and that's 2.
2 outs, bases empty.
And here comes Ryan Klasko, 6 home runs, 15 RBIs in the simulation. From Westminster, California, 23 home runs, 70 RBIs in real life. Hit the short, and he out.
They go down quietly, nothing doing this half inning.
Shoosh!
Bottom of the second.
27 Yankees leading the AL East. The 95 Braves are almost last in their division. Anyway, here's the Iron Horse, Lou Gehrig from New York. 2 triples against the 84 Tigers. 4 home runs, 24 RBIs in this simulation. 175 RBIs in real life. White ball, Grissom makes the catch. 1 down.
1 out, bases empty.
Here's Irish Bob Usil from San Jose. Well, long ball too, but San Jose. Dude, you know the way San Jose. 5 home runs, 24 RBIs in the simulation. 103 RBIs in real life. And Grissom makes the catch. Second, first. Samus the first.
2 outs, bases empty.
Here's Tony Lazzari. Push him up. Tony, as they call him, from San Francisco, part of the Pacific Coast League's best team. 4 home runs, 20 RBIs in the simulation, 102 RBIs in real life. Goodbye, strike 3.
They go down quietly, nothing doing this half inning.
And they go down
Top
quietly.
of the third.
Top of the third, 7-8-9. Javi Lopez leads off. 3-12, 5 home runs, 13 RBIs from Puerto Rico. 14 home runs, 51 RBIs in 100 games in real life. Hit the short, and he out. 1 away.
1 out, bases empty.
Here comes Mark Lemke, second baseman. Long-time second baseman. From Utica. 7 RBIs in the simulation, 38 RBIs in real life. And hit the first, and he's out.
2 outs, bases empty.
Mike Devereaux, the DH, from Casper, Wyoming. 3 years prior, in 1992, he was stealing balls in Baltimore's new ballpark, Camden Yards, and almost got Baltimore to the AL East title, but Toronto and Milwaukee beat him to it. He only played 29 games in real life with 8 RBIs. Sad. And he flies out the roof.
And just like that, the inning's over.
And just like that, worse than Game of Thrones.
Bottom of the third.
Bottom of the third, and now here's 7-8-9 for the Yankees. Joe Duggan, Jumping Joe from Mahoney City, Pennsylvania. 10 RBIs in real life, in the simulation, 43 RBIs in real life. And a swing and a miss, strike 3.
1 out, bases empty.
Here comes Pat Collins, made to beat DH today. He's usually a catcher. 207 RBIs in the simulation, 36 RBIs in real life from Sweet Springs, Missouri. Hit the third, and he out. So that's 2.
2 outs, bases empty.
And here comes the catcher, Benny Begal, from Niagara Falls, New York. Niagara Falls, Canada. Only played 31 games in real life in this series. Hit or miss? I think that's a miss.
And just like that, the inning's over.
Just like that, worse than How I Met
Top
Your
of the
Mother.
fourth.
On to the fourth. Background pick. Gem Razors is sponsoring us in BVD underwear. Rich Grissom. It's an infield single, so finally the Braves get a hit. Does Lazzari make a boo-boo? The answer is no. 53 on the nose. It adds
No outs,
higher.
men on first.
Here comes Wowzer. All four. Uh-oh. He pitched 3 good innings, and now he's faltered.
No outs, men on first and second.
Yeah, and center field was very massive at Old Yankee Stadium. Base action is a 1-3 pass ball opportunity. Not happening because Ben goes a 6.
No outs, men on first
You're
and
going to throw
second.
a 6-sided dice. Nothing's going to be higher. There's Chipper. Hit to short. They'll get the 1 at second base, so it is an RBI opportunity for Crime Dog.
1 out, men on first and third.
Ground ball to first. The Red will score. So it's an RBI ground out by
2 outs, men on second.
1-0 runner on second for Justice. And he pops up.
1 run, 1 hit, and 1 left on. Bottom of the fourth.
And now here's Coons. Ace at the center. Well, there goes the no-hitter there. Has to be higher than a 5. It is a 4. Go double.
No outs, men on first.
Grissom knocks the ball
The
down
defense is playing in
deep
at the
center field to
corners.
make sure it's just a single. Nothing else.
It's
Here's
a hit
Keeney.
and run.
And run. Didn't work. Ground ball double play.
2 outs, bases empty.
Blauser gets second base and then throws the first for the field goal play. Money in the bank catching. Here's Bate. You knew it was going to knock Bate.
2 outs, men on first.
There comes Garrett. And he grounds out, so nothing to it.
No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on. Top of the 5th.
Here's Klasko. Hit the second, and he's out. Yep, so
1 out, bases empty.
do some fun. Here's Lopez. Let's just right?
2 outs, bases empty.
Lemke. He's gone.
An easy inning to score. 1, 2, 3.
Well,
Bottom of the 5th.
better work for the Yankees this time. They said it's justice. It's an error.
No outs, man on second. The defense is playing in at the corners. He's going to lay down a bunt.
I'll bunt. McGriff will have trouble with it. Uh-oh. But he doesn't. So Musial will move to third with Duggan up for the chance to
1
tie
out,
the game.
man on third. They brought the infield in.
Trying to do what they do at interception. 4 outs. Duggan, line toward towards the gap. Justice will snag the ball just in time, but it is a sack fly by Duggan. Both teams
2 outs, bases empty.
manufacturing run without conventional stuff. Here's Collins, and he flies out. So we're tied at 1 skis. Only 3
1
hits
run,
combined.
1 hit, 1 error, and none left on.
So these teams are trying to
Top of the
manufacture
6th.
runs the way they know how. Here comes Devereaux. Hit the second, and he out. 1 out.
1 out, bases empty.
There's Grissom. Liberty drive to right. Ruth is a 3 defensively. He's not the best of the fleet of foot. But he catches the ball, so
2 outs, bases empty.
And now comes Blauser. Well, it's at least a single, but is it a home run? It has to be a 1. It's a 2. So if it was a 1, there's a chance at a home run. A 1 in 6 chance, but it has been done before.
2 outs, men on first.
Here's Chipper. Mover drive to right. Will Ruth catch this one? Not this time. Chipper roots a single. Blauser will root the third. So it's first and third. There are 2 outs.
2 outs, men on first and third.
Here's McGriff. And he is out.
No runs, 2 hits, and 2 left on. Bottom of the 6th.
Braves have to slip back to the bullpen. Here's Bengal. Single because he wants to be
No outs, men on first. The defense is playing in at the corners.
Goes at the short edge, and that is no error. So the lead runner goes out. Well, that's
1 out,
sometimes the
man
best
on
thing
first.
to do is get the lead runner. There's Keeney. The first off of the first hit. Holmes is staying at second.
1 out, men on first and second.
For Babe Ruth. 5-0 center. Combs will half stick.
2 outs, men on first and second.
Well, you got Ruth. Now you got to face Garrick. But he got him. So Glavin does his job.
No runs, 2 hits, and 2 left on. Top of the 7th.
Back to that grayish picture. Now here's Justice. And Keating spears it.
1 out, base is empty.
Esco.
2 outs, base is empty.
4 strikeouts. Here's Lopez. And he's out.
And just like that, the inning's over. Bottom of the 7th.
Bottom of the 7th. Everyone stretches. Glavin's got 4 strikeouts of his own. Irish Bob, is that an odd number? The answer is no, it's a 4, which means we gotta go against the speed. Usual's a 4. 5 or 6 gets him out. Not so fast.
No outs, man on first.
Here
The defense is
comes
playing
Lazare.
in at the corners. It's a hit and run.
Hit and run. Runner in the hole at second base. Nicely done. He makes the play, but he can't get Musial. He really gets the guy at first.
1 out, man on second.
Musial's on second. Here comes Devin. Goodbye, strike 3.
2 outs, man on second.
Here's Collins. Hit or miss? Well, that's at least. Is it a 1? It's a 6. So it's a swooping single, and I think that will score Musial. Really?
2 outs, man on first.
Here's Bengal. And he flies to right, but the Yankees are up 2-1.
1 run, 2 hits, and 1 left on. Top of the 8th.
He pops up.
1 out, base is empty.
Here's Devereaux. At the second base. Yeah.
2 outs, base is empty.
And he flies to the left.
An easy inning to score. 1, 2, 3. Bottom of the 8th.
2-1. You got Combs, Keeney, and Ruth. Here's Combs. You see him. Based on fire, flat down the conversion.
No outs, man on first. The defense is playing in at the corners.
He does have a single. Yeah, with a 1-run game, you can't take any chances. Combs might steal. Indeed he does. So Combs will now be at second. Do you walk Keeney?
No outs, man on second.
Because
the defense is playing in at the corners.
You know who is up next, and that's Ruth.
He's going to lay down a bunt.
Keeney says, fine, I'll take a bunt then. Glavin sees this and can only get the guy first. You know who's coming up. You could intentionally walk Ruth. One tiny problem though, Garrett is up next, and you can't intentionally walk back batters. It's not allowed. Ruth will take a seat on the bench for 3. Good walk.
2 outs,
Garrett
man on third.
to get to Musial. He's done well. Yeah, they're gonna pitch to Garrett. Smart move. That's what Glavin does.
No
Holmes
runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on.
1 run will have to,
Top of the
2-1
ninth.
will have to be the one. So you got Blauser, Chipper, and McGriff. Blauser, I wouldn't trust. But who do you have? You could go with Charlie O'Brien's got good. I don't really have like a super guy off the bench. They are gonna go with Rafael Belliard from the Dominican. Played 75 games for the 95 Braves. Hit the short, and he's out. Well, the only thing is because
1 out, base is empty.
Chipper and McGriff. I don't think he replaces anyone until then. Here's Chipper. Fly ball to center. That's 2 outs.
2 outs, base is empty.
Here's McGriff. Is it over? Andre charts the gap. Musial's of 3 defensively. 1 in 3 chance. No, he makes the snag. We don't need a boost check. Yankees win.
Wins a nail biter.
Yankees win!
Goodbye, everybody.
2-1. Pitcher's duel. I had a hunch. Wade Hoyt beats Glavine, and he's your MVP. Sure, why not? The only 2 RBIs were by Dugan and Collins, lesser known players. The RBI for Atlanta was McGriff's. The Wade Hoyt's ERA dips to 3.21. Boom. Glavine, 7 strikeouts, but not enough. In the 4th inning, Grissom singled, Blauser walked first and second, Chipper grounded out. They got Blauser, but not Grissom. First and third, McGriff grounded out Grissom's speed. Bob Musial singled, and then he went to second base. Lazari bunted Musial to third, Duggan sack fly. And then in the bottom of the 7th, excuse me, after Musial singled, Lazari grounded out him to second. Duggan whiffed, Collins singled to score, Irish Bob. Kind of a low scoring affair, 2-1. Very low scoring. Okay, so we gotta head to Minnesota. All right, so here are the other games. Florida beat Boston 7-6. Rob Nen beats Keith Falk and battled the closers. Moises Alou went deep for Florida. Boston had Mueller. Blue Jays fucked up 15-3. Ron Darling beats Stoudemire, who's done it in 5. Carter and Knight with the home runs. Tampa shocks Philly with a shutout. Glasnow takes down Espinosa. Nick Anderson to save. Russo at Adonis with the home runs. Montreal, Perdue, D Sweet at Trois. Harden beats Henderson. Walker and Webster went deep for Montreal, but Blair, Powell, as a boot Powell, Brooks going DPD. What can you do? The New York Giants went 7-5 as Mathewson takes down Wilcox, Len Bader the save. DeVore, Larry Doyle, and Merkel. Remember him? Merkel's boner? Well, he's so sweet. Chad Levin for Detroit. Cleveland beats Brooklyn 4-2. Mossy beats Lowe's Hoskins to save the Duke for Brooklyn with the home run. Afield Hagen for Cleveland. 79 Pirates win 4-2. Don Robinson beats number 1 Chief Bender with Grant Jackson to save. No home runs to talk about. And finally, the 1919 Black Sox win. Sakati's now 6-1. Gumpert drops to 1-1. Warren Kurowski for St. Louis, but they could not do anything else. We're off to the Metrodome as the 1906 Cubs and the 91 Twins battle each other. It's Brown versus Tapani. 1906 Cubs, kind of no-brainer with their lineup. The 91 Twins. Who's your Chili Davis? Well, they don't really have much of a bench. Scott Leos sucks. So, yeah, the 1906 Cubs should get some players. I think they should give some lesser-known players to the organization.
Replay Radio is live
the
from
1906
Minnesota.
Cubs kind of picked today as the winners of that 1916 tournament. Anyway, Kevin Tapani, 1-3, a 5.82 ERA, 26 strikeouts, 14 walks. The pride of Des Moines, Iowa, 16-9 in real life. Jimmy Slagle leads off, the center fielder from Warfield, Pennsylvania, the Rabbit as they call him. 14 RBIs. He had 33 in real life. Hit the second and an out there.
1 out, base is empty.
Checkered, 7 RBIs from Upper Chanceford, Pennsylvania. 45 RBIs. Hit the right field and Mac whacks it. Out.
2 outs, base is empty.
Wildfire Schultz from Cohocton, New York. 146 games, 60 RBIs in real life, 4 home runs, 18 RBIs in the simulation. And he flies out.
An easy inning to score. 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
Bottom of the first.
They had the baggy, no advertisements and all that. Anyway, we have ourselves Mordecai Three Finger Brown, 5-1 in the young season. Decimal 6-7 year rate. 29 strikeouts, 18 blocks. Three fingers. They come from Niceville, Indiana. 26-6 in real life. He'll face Dan Gladden, the left fielder, to start. Dan Gladden from San Jose. Do you know the way to say Jose? 6 home runs, 52 RBIs in real life. How about the third? Yep.
1 out, bases empty.
Chuck Knoblauch, second baseman from Houston, Texas. Didn't know he was from Houston. Played 151 games last in real life. That's a short. I think he was the AL Rookie of the Year, was he not? I think he was.
2 outs, bases empty.
Shortstop third. And now Kirby Puckett, Mr. Twin, as they call him, from Chicago, though. 89 RBIs in real life. Of course, his World Series exploits, especially in Game 6, are hard to ignore. And I thought he could get a hit, but no, sir.
It's a 1-2-3 inning.
Gonna make you mad.
Top of the second.
Top of the second for the Cubs. Here's Frank Chance. Husky to come from Fresno. 6 feet, 190 pounds. I don't think that's Husky. He had 3 home run game against the 84 Padres, hitting 6 home runs in the simulation. Well, things are different than their old days. Rare play. Odd number is not happening. It's a 6, so they have to get Chance. Only one dice roll can fuck them up. And you do it.
No outs, man on first.
Here comes Harry
The defense is
Steinfeld, third
playing in
baseman
at the corners.
from hopefully St. Louis. 29 RBIs in this 83 in real life. And that's a base hit. Is that going to be an error from Glavin?
No outs, men on first and second.
Here's
The
Tinker,
defense is
who's
playing
battling
in
the
at the
Mendoza
corners.
line, but he's below it. From Muscatine, Kansas. 64 RBIs in real life.
He's going to lay down a bunt.
Take a bunt. Take a bunt on me. Happy sees this and bobbles it. Oh, there's an error. Bases are now jammed for Johnny Evers.
No outs, bases loaded.
So from
The first
Tinkers
baseman
to
is playing
Evans,
in.
well, he can't go to Chance. Johnny Evers, crab people. From Troy, New York. 51 RBIs. Hit the second and double play. Run will score. It's not an RBI. There's no RBI in that play.
2 outs, man on third.
Thank goodness for that. Trying to cling onto things. He's noisy from Kansas City. Had a 5-hit day against the Padres. Once upon a time. Can he get an RBI? Here. He can at 66. That's an RBI. So Kling makes it 2 for the Cubbies. Great battle for the Midwest.
2 outs, men on first.
Here comes Sully Hoffman, made to be DH today. Circus Sully. Mr. Do Everything. He had 20 RBIs in real life. And he grounds out. Yeah,
2 runs,
they're gonna give
3 hits,
they're gonna give the
1 error,
1906 Cubs
and
some
1 left
extra
on.
players. They can do that in trades.
Bottom of the second.
So teams will be randomly selected. Anyway, Ken Herbeck, the powerful first baseman from Minneapolis, hometown boy, 1981 debut, had a home run in his debut, I think. Well, in this simulation, 2 homers, 13 RBIs. He had 20 homers, 89 RBIs in real life, and he was booed in Atlanta because of what he did in Game 2 to get Ron Gant off the first base bag. Hit the second, and out he goes. Now,
1 out, base is empty.
here's Chili Davis. Chili, hot, chili, hot. From Kingston, Jamaica. You're Jamaican me crazy. Hit a grand slam against Kansas City on my birthday. 5 home runs, 14 RBIs in the simulation. 29 home runs, 93 RBIs in real life. Chili, hot. And swing and
2
a
outs,
strike
base
three.
is empty.
There's Brian Harper, the catcher from Los Angeles. 123 games, 59 RBIs. Not so nice. And he lines out to Wildfire. They're out.
It's a 1-2-3 inning.
Gonna make
Top
9.
of the third.
Minnesota 6th in the West. NL West. The Cubs 2nd in the NL West. Now the rules are simple. All you have to do is go above 500 and you're considered for the playoffs. There will be a maximum of 10 teams for the playoffs. Anyway, Jimmy Slagle will lead us off. the third inning. And go back to the bullpen.
1 out,
and
bases
again,
empty.
Dugout. Hey, what the fuck? Checker.
2 outs, bases empty.
For Schultz. Hit the second and he's out. So 3 quick outs.
An easy inning to score. 1, 2, 3. Bottom of the third.
Bottom of the third, bottom of the Minnesota. Mike Pagliara from Medford, Massachusetts. His 36 RBIs in real life. He was the hero in Game 3 of the ALCS against the Blue Jays. To my chagrin, of course. And that's the thing because he wants the mud.
No outs, men on first.
Here's Shane Mack, right fielder from Los Angeles. 15 RBIs, 18 home runs, 74 in real life. Hi, Joe. Good job. And a base hit.
No outs, men on first and second. The defense is playing in at the corners.
From, I think Minnesota, right, Jeff? Fall River, Massachusetts. Yeah, there was a wrestler in Minneapolis in the American Wrestling Association named Greg Gagne, but that is not the same. 2 runs, 11 RBIs in the simulation, 42 RBIs in real life. I go to second, and they'll force. Runners on first and third for Gladden.
1 out, men on first and third.
What he does. Hit the short, and what?
1 out, men on first and second.
Here comes Knobloch. He pops up, infield fly rule.
2 outs, men on first and second.
Infield fly rule. There's Puckett. He does, strike 3. Oh, he gives up a run, which is unusual.
1 run, 3 hits, and 2 left on.
0 steals under 1.
Top of the fourth.
So he should be okay. No change of the thing? Whatever. Here's Chance. Lies out the right field. Chance time.
1 out, bases empty.
Shush. Here's Greenfield. He fly, but Mac makes the catch. 2 down. Same second first, same as
2 outs, bases empty.
On to Tinker. Hit the first and Yes. Ooh.
2 outs, men on first.
Second of the day for the Twinkies. And Evers commit. Oh yeah. Awesome.
No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 left on. Bottom of the fourth.
We're back. Dribbler to the catcher. Flip it. Don't bip it.
1 out, bases empty.
Flip it. You can't bip it. There's Chili. I know it's a right field.
2 outs, bases empty.
So we got 2 outs for Harper. At the first, and goodbye. He yoked.
An easy inning to score. 1, 2, 3. Top of the fifth.
On to the 5th. Here comes Kling. That's it. Is that an E7? Nope, not this time.
No outs, men on first. The defense is playing in at the corners. He's going to lay down a bunt.
Like, why not bunt? Aguilera will flip it to second. Thankfully, he got Kling.
1 out, men on
So he
first.
got the lead out as an FC. Joe's choice.
It's a hit and run.
Hit and run by Slagle. When he flies out to center, Hoffman has to head back to first.
2 outs, men on first.
Thankfully. Here's Sheckard. Lancing with the left field. Could be I was going to say it could be a double. Anything red, 1 to 4, he's okay. That's a 2. And Sheckard gets a double.
2 outs,
Second
men
and
on
third
second and
for
third.
Wildfire. It's a short and he out. 2 left in scoring position. Happy
No runs, 2 hits, and 2 left on.
That could have
Bottom of the fifth.
Egg. Here's Pegs. By ball, Slagle says mine. Yes.
1 out, bases empty.
He's got one. Here's Matt. Swing and miss, strike 3.
2 outs, bases empty.
Gagne. Line towards the gap. It has to be high number. It is not. Slagle swipes it.
An easy inning to score. 1, 2, 3.
I don't know if that
Top
was
of the
easy.
6th.
Like, it's a 2-1 game just like last game. Chance. Deep fly, but Matt makes the catch, 1 down.
1 out, bases empty.
For Steinfeld. Deep, and second first, same as first by Matt.
2 outs, bases empty.
There's Tinker. And he gets a single to center field. He wants that double. Has been 1-4 Brett. There's a 3, so that is a double by Tinker.
2 outs, man on second.
And Rivers. Strike 3.
No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on. Bottom of the 6th.
Here comes Gladden. Pops up the first. And that's 70.
1 out, bases empty.
Gladden was a 69. Now blocked. What is that?
1 out, man on first.
Not block. Is he gonna steal? Yeah, 56. He needed a
1 out,
6.
man on first.
Here's Puckett. This is, well, it's gotta be a high number. Right in the apple with a 52.
1 out, men on first and second.
Perfect. Come back into the pitcher. Well, this looks like a DP. Got 1. He doesn't. The 1 number that Freefinger Brown
2 outs, men on first and third.
First and third for Chile. Uh-oh, that's at least a single. It has to be a high number. It's a 52, so it's a looping single. We are tied. Chile Davis has tied the game. What the hell?
2 outs, men on first and third.
He's losing it. He is losing it. He's down to decimal 9. Brian Harper, can he make it 3? The answer is no. We're tied at 2.
1 run, 3 hits, and 2 left on. Top of the 7th.
Clean. Nice catch by Gagne.
1 out, bases empty.
Hoffman. The second, and he's out. 2 down.
2 outs, bases empty.
Here comes Slagle. Smacks a double, so man, they're starting to get doubles like. He does get the boost check.
2 outs, man on second.
You got checker. I think you'll be okay. But he gets a single, and Slagle will score, so the Shack makes it 3-2, and that's going to be the end of half.
2 outs, man on first.
They said, I gave you a chance to get out of it. And it's going to be David West. Why not? We're going to go with David West on this one. He started 1 game, 4 2/3. David West known for his infinity ERA in the World Series, which is not good because it means that he never got it out. Till 93 with the Phillies. From Memphis, the 4-4 in real life. He'll pitch to Schultz. Might as well. And he lines out. But the Cubs take the lead again.
1 run, 2 hits, and 1 left on. Bottom of the 7th.
Pagliaro. My brother, right.
One out, bases empty.
Shane Mack. Strike three.
Two outs, bases empty.
Here's Gagne. That's it. That's it. No, sir.
Two outs, man on first.
Here's Glad. Here's Glad.
No runs, one hit, and one left on. Top of the eighth.
It's 3-2 Cubbies. And still strike out. We didn't get a chance
One out,
to say
bases
goodbye.
empty.
Here's Steinfeld. That's a base hit.
One out, man on first. The defense is playing in at the corners.
Well, it is a... Well, he is going to steal, no matter what. That's a plus sign. Should have stayed at first. Should have stayed home.
Two outs, bases empty.
You know the dead. You should have stayed home. Take care of him.
No runs, one hit, and none left on. Bottom of the eighth.
Bottom of the eighth. I wonder how long they'll put Three Finger Brown. Will they give a save opportunity? 5 on the left by now.
One out, bases empty.
I would, Jeff. Hit the pocket, hit the short, and he's out.
Two outs, bases empty.
He's hurt back, and he's out.
They go down quietly, nothing doing this half inning.
Shoosh!
Top of the ninth.
Top of the ninth. You got Evers, Kling, and Hoffman up. You're up 3-2. You're going to tell Johnny they might need the defense. That's what I think. Ooh, a rare play. Is it an odd number? It is. So we go to the book. Book is a 3-3. Chopper down the third base line. Well, hopefully Pegs did a good job. But it's a 1. It's an error. So E5 Pegs.
No outs, man on first.
And now Johnny
The
Kling.
third baseman is playing
Well,
in.
he's the catcher. Why he goes down this one?
One out, man on first.
Here's Hoffman. He's the DH. And he flies to center.
Two outs, man on first.
And he will be out. So the Cubs have to be content with a 3-2
No
lead.
runs, no hits, one error, and one left on. Bottom of the ninth.
Bottom of the ninth. You got Chili, Harper, and Pegs. I would definitely... Well, Three Finger Brown might be on a short leash this inning. Oh, the leash is a strike. Loose check. It is high, so they're like, I want to continue, he says.
One out, bases
I
empty.
have a decimal 8-7 ERA. Harper. That's it. Now
One out, man on first.
it is a one-run game. Well, now the question, I think the Twins are going with a new guy, and it's gonna be Gene Larkin. They're gonna go with Gene Larkin from Flushing, New York. The game-winning RBI in Game 7 was by Gene Larkin. They're gonna go with him. But Brown flips it to first. He's got, no, that's 2 outs.
Two outs, man on second.
Shane Mack. And they're going to take him out. They're going to take Mack out. And it's going to be Scott Lees. Scott Lees is going to come in. He's had 27 at-bats. 10 games, 1 RBI from Yonkers. Victor Brown says I can get him out. He does! He does his job.
Chicago wins a close one.
Cubs win.
Goodbye, everybody.
The Cubs also have 2 guys. Right? Yeah, the Cubs only have 2 non-starters. So, yeah, I think they're going to get 3 random players. Three Finger Brown's now 6-1. Tapani loses. Three Finger Brown the MVP. Yeah. Checkered and Kling with RBIs for the Cubs. Gladden and Davis for Minnesota. 3 for round 6 strikeouts. His ERA jumps to .86. Tapani loses. David West did okay in relief. Play by play. The Cubs score 2 in the second. Chance singled. Steinfeld singled. First and second. Tinker bunted. Brutal error by Tapani. Bases loaded. Edwards hit into double play. The score chance. And then Kling singled. Scored Steinfeld 2-0. Twins, Peg singled in the third. Max singled first and second. Gagne grounded out, so it's first and third for Gladden, who singled scored Pegs. And then it stayed that way till the sixth when Gladden popped up. Knobloch single, Puckett single, first and second. Herbeck grounded out to make it first and third for Chile, the single. And then the seventh, after Kling lined it out and Hoffman grounded out, Slagle double, checkered single to make a 3-2 game set match. All right, other games going on. The other games. Cincy with a shutout over Kansas City. Norman beats Gazeba. Raleigh picks up the save. Cali beats Milwaukee 4-2. Mike Witt 2-5 beats Bernard. Simmons went deep for Milwaukee. Joyner and DeSensis for California. Seattle with a shutout over Arizona. Brent Tomko, the win over Brian Anderson. Edgar and Johnny Olerud with home runs. Yeah, that should have been the World Series matchup. San Diego dips Oakland 2-1. Craig Lefferts to win over Vita Blue in relief, and Gossage picks up his second save. McReynolds hits home run number 12. This guy's like, what the fuck? San Francisco beats Tejas 8-7 as Lacoste beats Jordan Montgomery, sorry. Goose picks up the save. Goose Gossage was a member of the 89 Giants, too. Mitchell for San Fran, Leone Tavares for Texas with home runs, and finally, Houston wins over LA. Napper finally gets a win. He's now 1-5. Tim Belcher finally loses. Mike Marshall, home run for the Dodgers. Philip Gardner for the 86 Astros. He recently passed away. Let's look at the replay daily. Mike Marshall of the Dodgers, the play of the day with a 3-run home run to beat Houston. 97 Marlins, the game of the day against the 4 Red Sox. So as of right now, in the AL East, there are 4 teams that are above 500. 27 Yankees, 1911 A's, 54 Cleveland, and 93 Toronto. 69 Orioles are 2 games below 500. The West has 4 of their own. 01 Seattle, 1919 White Sox, 1974 Oakland, 2023 Texas. So we would have an 18 AL playoff, 1 versus 8. 2-7. Well, the number 1 seed would be Seattle, the 2 seed would be the Yankees, and then everything goes downwards. NL East, we have 3 teams above 500. The 1912 Giants, the 94 Expos, and the 80 Phillies. The 79 Buckles are right on the nose, so I think they would get in. And 4 teams in the NL West. 42 Cardinals, 1906 Cubs, 1975 Reds, and 1988 Diamondbacks. So we would have 8 teams with the 1 seed being either the Giants or the Cardinals. We'll have to see play by play. All right, so we are going to do trades and all that. Can we do? Oh, can we do trades? Yes, we can. To the 1906 Cubs. So we're going to randomize. So we're going to go to random.org. And the earliest team is from 1911 to 19 to 2023. So what we'll do is we'll do the generator. 3 teams will lose 1 player. They don't have to be superstars. They can be just anyone they want. 1979. The Pittsburgh Pirates. 79 Pirates. They have to dump somebody off. Replay stats. Well, Doe Boylan, Gary Hargis, Alberto Lewis, they can dump one of those guys off. And it's going to be either Malak, Miller, or Moreno. And Odd is the catcher. Which one's Nakosha? Nakosha is a catcher too, so Odd and Nakosha are catchers. But Ed Ott is not really hitting the best. 1906 Cubs don't really need a catcher. They can go with a backup. Malak Milner. But they want Milner. Nakosha. Yeah, yeah, Ed Ott. They're going to get rid of Ed Ott to the 1906 Cubs, which is shocking. But yeah, so Ed Ott will go to the 1906 Cubs. I think he's going to probably be like a backup catcher. And they're going to go with Nakosha as catcher. Well, Ott was batting below Mendoza line, so can't blame him. Next up is 1947, so that would be the 42 Cardinals. And they're like, we would have given you Mancuso, Buddy Blatner, Irv Durzak. Yep, so Irv Durzak. So St. Louis says, we'll give you Durzak. Okay. Okay, so that's an outfielder or a catcher. Give me an infielder. Yeah, they said infielder. Fine. 2021. So that would be Tampa. So any infielder. Brian, Jeremiah Lowe. Well, Nate Lowe. So Nate Lowe. Yep. So Nate Lowe. No, Nate Lowe will be headed to the 1906 Cubs. Well, they have to trade away somebody. Yep. So Brandon safe. Nate will be headed to the 1906 Cubs. So yeah, you see the 1906 Cubs. You see Dusac, Lowe, and Ott are going to be in the 1906 Cubs lineup. So that kind of works out. Yep. That's the way it goes. So that's all we have it. Yeah, Babe Ruth leads in every category in the Triple Crown. No NL player is there. Bob Lemon with the ERA decimal 84. Scott with Mike Scott has the most wins and strikeouts. Earn run average. Mordecai Three Finger. Well, Beasley now has the lead in the ERA department, but probably not for long. Who knows? So anyway, that's all I've got for this game. Tomorrow we go back to OOTP. We will be back next Sunday, May the 10th, for two PC replay games, and we should be fine from there. I'm Jeff Diamond. Adieu.